Hi guys, welcome to Robin Hood Diaries yet again. Thank you for joining me. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well, whatever that means, whatever well and fine mean. We've covered that. So thank you for joining me. As I said, today was previewed something along the lines I'm never really that accurate, but I know it was being in the closet in the high school years, and maybe something like how that was hard or whatever. Okay, well, here's the real deal. This is what I previewed. And it shouldn't be a very long show tonight because I'm really just going to touch on kind of one particular area and just a few parts of that area of like this whole kind of, gay closet thing through my high school years. So, boop, boop, boop. I'll hopefully get right through it. Stop talking about it, Sean. Do it. Okay, so. In high school, of course, I walked into it with all kinds of baggage about, whatever, gay, bisexual, whatever. So, just on the, well, first I've always said that at my, swanky private high school, the first day I was called an FAG. Now, I had never in my life been called an FAG. The irony is someone close to me did later on. So I will touch on and get to that. It kind of started with this very weird experience in Europe. I've mentioned that I think so. I'll get more to that. But basically my three compadres, my girlfriend, my two besties were, all strung together as one word growing up because we were so tight, 14, 15, 16. Except one sort of, went to another high school at one point, and so did the other, whatever, it doesn't matter. So at 14, I'm traveling through Europe, and we're plugged into a place called Annecy, Annecy, something like that. And it's a kind of a beautiful resort town, and it's also got like universities and all this great stuff. So we're traveling through that area prior to going to Paris and other places. I'm 14 with my three, besties at 14, and we're strolling through Annecy, and these really cute young guys sort of glom on, it's kind of the thing, follow pretty girls, chit chat. And so we're doing that. We're kind of on the way back from what was kind of, the central Annecy to the hotel, which is just outside of Annecy, just past the train station, train tracks. So there's these really, really cute guys, and they're chatting up my friends, and I'm swirling at 14 in and around the first essay, and all of this like, fragmented confusion about stuff. So I, at FAG point, first day of high school, soon thereafter, not soon enough, decided that's not going to happen anymore. And so, of course, I fell into 14, the forever year I am persecuted. But in stumbling into that, I'm not going to have this happen again, I fell in with my crowd in Europe, and these cute guys. And so I didn't know I was flirting. I was that young and naive that I was so enamored of how pretty one of these French guys was. They were young, not 14, but that I was kind of googly eyeing him. I wasn't trying to elicit kind of any like flirtatious eliciting, but I didn't know what I was doing. I was just sort of mad crushing on this guy smiling. So apparently in French, I didn't hear it, my French is atrocious, he asked one of my besties if I was gay because of the way I kept looking at his friend. Oh my God, that was like, I mean, the beginning of the Mariana Trench for me with being gay and closeted and bi. So it was kind of like, one, depending on the relationship that I had with the three of them, were kind of like, no, yes, whatever, please. And it just kind of moved along from there. Okay, so yes, then, I guess I could call, I lost my, whatever by being assaulted, or all that stuff a few times. So I guess you could say like I, like wasn't a virgin. But anyway, I got a girlfriend in high school, and my girlfriend was unlike any other woman that I've ever known. If I had come out to her like 3 days into it, she would have been okay with it. If I came out to her 4 years into it, she would have been okay with it. There was something about my girlfriend that knew there was something, and it was all okay. I could tell by her vibe, the way she breathed, that it was okay. It was like this little message, this very, very, very light fog of whatever it is, Sean, it's okay. It's going to be okay with me. I'm too sophisticated for that crap. So came a time where I mentioned I had this mad crush on India, industry person. It was a show, several, I don't know, whatever, 3, 6, I don't know, I'm losing track. And this guy that was very much part of my life for about a year, as compadres, I of course had mad crush on. He's straight. What else is a new story of my life? So I think I touched on at that point, I had written a letter. I didn't know why, but I was like, I was so mad crushing on him, and it was so getting in the way of our close friendship that I thought, well, this will explain it. And I wrote this letter, don't ever put anything in writing. And it said something